Have you ever felt like there's something missing? That strange sensation deep inside you that whispers, there must be more to life than this. That intuitive knowing that there are hidden truths about reality that would change everything if you could just grasp them? I need you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to share with you, because this might be the most important video you'll ever watch. This isn't hyperbole or clickbait. This is about the fundamental force that shapes your entire existence. Today, I'm going to reveal the universal law that the powers that be have actively suppressed for centuries. Why? Because once you truly understand it, you can't be controlled anymore. You become sovereign over your own reality. You become the architect of your life rather than a passenger being tossed about by circumstances. This isn't just another motivational talk. This isn't just think positive and good things happen. I'm talking about a profound, verifiable law of existence that operates whether you believe in it or not, just like gravity doesn't care if you believe, before pulling you to the ground. Before we dive in, I need to ask you to do something for me. If at any point during this video you discover something that truly resonates with you, something that clicks into place like a missing puzzle piece, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Not because I'm chasing numbers, but because what I'm sharing today is just the beginning of a much deeper journey. And if you're ready to reclaim your power, to tap into the hidden knowledge that's been kept from you, you're going to want to be here for what comes next. Let's begin. From the moment you were born, you've been living in what I call a reality distortion field. Every institution, from education to religion, from government to media, has conditioned you to believe that you are a powerless individual at the mercy of external forces, that life happens to you, not through you. They've taught you that success is rare and difficult, that suffering is inevitable, that limitations are just the way things are. They've convinced you that you need to struggle, to compete, to fight for scraps in a world of scarcity. But what if I told you this entire worldview was fabricated specifically to keep you from discovering your true nature? Think about it. Who benefits when you believe you're powerless? Who profits when you think you need external validation, external solutions, external saviors? Who gains when you doubt your own inherent power? The universal law I'm about to share has been hidden in plain sight. It appears in ancient wisdom traditions across cultures. It's been encoded in sacred texts. It's been whispered by mystics and sages throughout history. And in recent decades, even quantum physics has begun to validate what these wisdom keepers have known for millennia. This law transcends religion, culture, and belief systems. It doesn't care if you're a skeptic or a true believer. It's been operating in your life every single day, whether you've been aware of it or not. And once you understand it, truly understand it, you'll never see the world the same way again. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to effortlessly attract opportunities, relationships, and resources into their lives, while others, despite working twice as hard, struggle constantly? Have you ever wondered why certain patterns keep repeating in your life, almost as if they're following you? Have you ever had a sudden insight or intuition that proved to be exactly right, even though there was no logical way you could have known? These aren't coincidences or random occurrences. They're direct manifestations of the universal law of resonance. The universal law of resonance states that everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies, and energy of similar frequencies is drawn together through the principle of resonance. In the simplest terms, you attract what you are, not what you want. This isn't some New Age fantasy. It's supported by quantum physics, which has demonstrated that at the subatomic level, everything is energy in motion. There is no solid matter as we perceive it, only vibrating energy fields. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions all emit specific energetic frequencies. And these frequencies ripple outward from you, interacting with the larger energy field we call reality. Let me be crystal clear. Your life right now, every aspect of it, is a precise reflection of your dominant energy state. Not what you say you want, not what you think you deserve, not what you occasionally focus on when you're in a good mood, but your consistent, underlying energy signature. I know some of you watching this might be thinking, if this is true, why would I have created difficulties or pain in my life? That's a profound question, and here's the truth. Most of your energetic output is unconscious. You're broadcasting frequencies you're not even aware of, based on deeply held beliefs, often formed in childhood, about yourself and how the world works. The powers that control our social structures know this. They understand that if they can shape your internal beliefs about what's possible, they've effectively limited what you can manifest in your external reality. Think about it. Why do you think the media bombards you with fear-based narratives? Why does conventional education emphasize memorization over creativity? Why do most religions emphasize your flawed nature rather than your divine essence? Because a person who resonates with fear, limitation, and unworthiness cannot create a life of abundance, freedom, and joy. It's energetically impossible. But here's where everything changes. Once you understand the law of resonance, you can consciously begin to shift your energetic state. You can begin to broadcast a different frequency. And when you do, the universe has no choice but to reflect that change back to you. If you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. On some level, you were ready to receive this information. Your consciousness has been preparing for this awakening. Before we go deeper into how to actually apply this law in your daily life, I want to connect with those of you who are feeling something shifting inside right now. If this information is resonating with you, if you feel like you've been waiting to hear this, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It sends a signal to the algorithm that this content is valuable, which helps others who need this message to find it too. We're creating a community of awakened individuals who are ready to claim their true power. Now, let's talk about how the law of resonance actually works in practice. To master the law of resonance, you need to understand that your energetic broadcast happens on 3 distinct but interconnected levels: the mental, the emotional, and the physical. Your thoughts are energetic impulses. Every thought you think sends a specific vibration into the universe. Most people's minds are chaotic battlegrounds of conflicting thoughts. One moment thinking about success, the next worrying about failure. If I placed you in front of a piano and asked you to play random keys with no pattern or harmony, what would you create? Noise, not music. This is exactly what most people do with their thoughts. They create mental noise that produces a jumbled, confused, energetic signal. Masters of resonance understand that thought must be disciplined, not controlled through force, but focused through intention. When you consistently train your mind to align with what you wish to create rather than what you fear might happen, you begin to emit a clear, coherent signal. Let me give you a practical example. Most people, when they want a financial abundance, focus their thoughts on not having enough. They think about their bills, their debt, their limitations. Energetically, this is focusing on absence, on lack. And through the law of resonance, this perpetuates the experience of never having enough. To shift this, you must discipline your mind to focus consistently on abundance. Not just the abstract concept, but the living reality of it in your life. You must think from abundance rather than toward it. There's a crucial difference. But thoughts alone aren't enough. Your emotions are the amplifiers of your energetic broadcast. They give power and magnetic pull to your thoughts. Have you noticed how some memories from years ago still feel vivid and present, while others fade away? The difference is emotional charge. Events charged with strong emotion become imprinted more deeply. The secret that the ancient mystery schools understood was this: emotion is energy in motion. It's the fuel for manifestation. But here's where most people get it wrong. They try to force positive emotions while suppressing negative ones. This creates energetic blockages that actually prevent the law of resonance from working properly. The key is emotional authenticity combined with emotional transmutation. You must learn to acknowledge all your emotions honestly, then consciously transform lower-frequency emotions like fear, anger, and despair into their higher-frequency counterparts: courage, passion, and hope. Let me give you a practical technique. The next time you feel a negative emotion arising, don't suppress it. Instead, sit with it. Locate where you feel it in your body. Breathe into that space. Ask the emotion, "What are you trying to show me? What do I need to understand?" Then consciously choose to transmute that energy. If it's anger, can it become passionate determination? If it's fear, can it become focused alertness? The third level of resonance is the physical: your actions, your environment, and your body itself. This is where many teachings about manifestation fall short. They focus on mental and emotional work, but ignore the critical importance of physical alignment. Your physical reality is the densest, slowest vibrating aspect of your energy field. It's the last to change, but it's also the anchor that can either ground your intentions or contradict them. Let me be blunt. If your physical actions don't align with the reality you claim to want, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. You can't think and feel abundance while your actions scream scarcity. You can't broadcast the frequency of health while treating your body like a trash can. The universe responds to your dominant energy, not your occasional wishful thinking. This is where embodiment becomes essential. You must begin to physically inhabit the reality you wish to create. This means making decisions, taking actions, and creating an environment as if your desired reality is already present. Let me share something powerful with you. The ancient alchemists did not just talk about transmutation. They practiced it daily through ritual and embodied action. They understood that the physical realm is where energy gets locked in, where the ephemeral becomes substantial. At this point, you might be wondering how all three levels work together to activate the law of resonance in your life. That's exactly what we're going to explore next. The true power of the law of resonance is unlocked through what I call triadic coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions all vibrate at the same frequency, aligned with the same intention. When you achieve this state of coherence, your energetic broadcast becomes exponentially more powerful. You stop sending mixed signals. You stop sabotaging yourself with contradiction. You become a clear channel for manifestation. This is precisely what the elite power structures don't want you to discover, because a person in energetic coherence is essentially unstoppable. They can't be manipulated through fear. They can't be controlled through artificial desires. They become sovereign creators rather than unconscious consumers. Throughout history, every system of control has worked by keeping people in a state of energetic fragmentation. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in conflict, your power is diffused. You become easy to influence, easy to predict, easy to control. But coherence changes everything. Let me share with you the four-step process to achieve this coherence and fully activate the law of resonance in your life. Before you can broadcast a clear signal, you must clear the static. This means identifying and releasing limiting beliefs, emotional blockages, and contradictory patterns that are currently distorting your energetic broadcast. Most people try to add positive affirmations on top of a foundation of limiting beliefs. This is like trying to play beautiful music through a broken speaker. The distortion will always win. Here's a powerful clearing technique I want you to try today. Take a sheet of paper and write down your honest answers to these questions. What do I believe is impossible for someone like me? What do I believe I don't deserve? Where in my life am I settling for less than I truly desire? What painful experiences am I still energetically attached to? These questions will reveal the core limiting beliefs that are distorting your resonance. Once identified, you can begin the process of releasing them. Remember, these beliefs aren't facts, they're interpretations, often formed during childhood or moments of pain. They can be rewritten. They must be rewritten if you want to harness the full power of resonance. Once you've begun clearing the static, you need to define your broadcast. Most people never take the time to get absolutely clear about what they want to create. Their intentions are vague, contradictory, or constantly shifting. Powerful intention setting is not just listing what you want. It's aligning with the essence of it. It's feeling into the core frequency of what you're calling in. Let me guide you through an example. If you're calling in abundance, don't just focus on money or material possessions. Connect with the essence of abundance, the feeling of expansion, of more than enough, of generosity, of flow. What does abundance feel like in your body? What thoughts does it generate? What actions does it inspire? The ancients understood that intention setting is actually a form of communion with the aspect of universal energy you wish to embody. It's not just deciding what you want, it's tuning your entire being to that frequency. Once your intention is clear, you must bring your entire being into alignment with it. This is where most manifestation teachings fall short. They focus on visualization or affirmation without addressing holistic alignment. Vibrational alignment means that every aspect of you resonates with your intention. Your thoughts consistently support and reflect your intention. Your emotional state matches the feeling of already having what you intend. Your physical actions and environment reflect the reality you're creating. Here's the secret. You don't need to maintain perfect alignment 100% of the time. What matters is your dominant frequency. If you can maintain alignment just 51% of the time, you'll tip the scales toward manifestation. For those of you who are truly ready to master this process, I've created a more comprehensive guide that takes you deeper into vibrational alignment techniques. If this resonates with you, check the description below for details. The final step is often the most challenging for action-oriented people. Once you've set your intention and aligned your vibration, you must enter a state of surrendered reception. This doesn't mean becoming passive. It means trusting the process so deeply that you release attachment to particular outcomes or timelines. It means understanding that the universe may deliver what you've asked for in ways you couldn't have imagined. The paradox is that grasping, controlling energy repels what you seek, while open, trusting energy attracts it. This is why so many people sabotage themselves right before a breakthrough. They tighten up, they get anxious, they try to force results. Instead, cultivate the art of inspired action coupled with deep trust. Move when you feel genuinely moved to. Rest when that feels right. Listen to the subtle guidance of your intuition rather than the demanding voice of your ego. Now that you understand the four-step process to harness the law of resonance, I want to address the inevitable challenges you'll face as you begin to implement this knowledge. Let me be completely honest with you. Understanding the law of resonance is one thing. Living by it consistently is another. You will face challenges as you begin to reshape your relationship with reality. Let's address the three biggest ones. Challenge 1. The reaction of others. As you begin to shift your energy, people around you will react. Some will feel inspired, others will feel threatened. Many will unconsciously try to pull you back to your old frequency because your change disrupts the familiar dynamics they're used to. You might hear things like, "You've changed," "That's not realistic," or "Who do you think you are?" This is entirely normal. People are energetically invested in you staying the same, even if the same means smaller than you could be. Remember, their reaction is about their own relationship with possibility, not about you. You don't need to convince anyone of your path. You don't need to defend your evolution. Simply maintain your coherence and let the results speak for themselves. The truth is that as you continue to hold your new frequency, one of two things will happen with each relationship. Either they will rise to meet you at your new level, or they will naturally fade from your experience. Both outcomes serve your highest good. Challenge 2. The integration period. The second challenge is what I call the integration period. The time between when you change your energy and when your external reality fully reflects that change. During this period, it may seem like the law of resonance isn't working. You're doing everything right, but you're not seeing results. This is often when people give up, just before their breakthrough. What's actually happening during this phase is that the denser energies of your physical reality are being reorganized. Old patterns are dissolving. New connections are forming. It's like the moment between turning the rudder of a ship and seeing the ship's direction actually change. There's a delay, but the change is inevitable if you maintain the new direction. The masters of manifestation understand that this integration period isn't a sign of failure. It's a necessary phase of successful creation. They use this time to deepen their alignment, to prepare for what's coming, to demonstrate their unwavering trust in the process. Challenge 3. The Test of Faith. The final and perhaps most significant challenge is what spiritual traditions have called the dark night of the soul. When your old reality has fallen away, but your new reality has not fully formed yet. This is the test of your conviction. This is where you demonstrate whether you truly believe in the unseen forces that govern reality, or if you were just experimenting with a new concept. I've been through this phase multiple times on my own journey. I can tell you from direct experience, every time I've held firm to my knowing, even when all external evidence suggested I was wrong, the breakthrough came. And it was always more magnificent than I could have imagined. The question is, will you trust the process even when your senses tell you nothing is happening? Will you maintain your resonance even when doubts arise? Will you keep going even when the path forward isn't clear? If you've stayed with me this far, I know you have the courage to walk this path. And I know the rewards that await you on the other side of these challenges. Let me show you what becomes possible when you fully embody the law of resonance. When you consistently apply the principles I've shared today, your relationship with reality fundamentally changes. You shift from being a passive recipient of circumstances to an active co-creator of your experience. This doesn't mean life becomes perfect or that challenges disappear, but it does mean you relate to those challenges differently. You understand they're not random or meaningless. They're feedback from the universe, helping you refine your resonance. The synchronicities in your life increase. The right people, opportunities, and resources begin appearing at exactly the right moments. Your intuition becomes sharper, more reliable. You start to feel a flow, a sense of being carried by something larger than yourself. I've witnessed this transformation in thousands of people I've worked with. I've seen individuals go from struggling in jobs they hate to building thriving businesses aligned with their purpose. I've seen chronic health issues resolve when the underlying energetic patterns were addressed. I've seen decades-long patterns of relationship dysfunction give way to deep, nourishing connections. This isn't magic. It's not a miracle. It's simply the natural result of aligning with the fundamental laws that govern our universe. Now, I want to speak directly to you, the person watching this right now. You didn't find this video by accident. The fact that you've stayed with me until this point means something in you recognizes the truth of what I'm sharing. You have a choice right now. You can treat this as interesting information, maybe apply it half-heartedly for a few days before slipping back into old patterns, or you can recognize this as the turning point it has the potential to be. You can decide that today is the day you begin consciously co-creating your reality through the law of resonance. If you're ready to make that choice, I invite you to take 3 specific actions. First, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. I release new videos every week that build upon these concepts, providing practical techniques and deeper insights into the laws of consciousness. Second, leave a comment below sharing one insight from this video that resonated most deeply with you. This isn't just for engagement. The act of articulating your understanding helps to integrate this knowledge at a deeper level. Plus, I personally read every comment and do my best to respond. Finally, begin applying what you've learned immediately. Today, not tomorrow, not when you feel more ready. The universe responds to decisive action. Choose one area of your life where you want to shift your resonance and apply the 4-step process I outlined. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's an entire community of conscious creators here, supporting each other, sharing insights, growing together. By subscribing and engaging, you become part of something larger than yourself. The powers that have hidden this knowledge don't want you to discover your true creative potential. They benefit from your limitation, your doubt, your disconnect from your own power. But you've found this knowledge now. You've reconnected with this truth that has always been within you, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can take that away unless you choose to forget it. The choice, as always, is yours. But know this: you were born to create. You were born to thrive. You were born to resonate with the highest possibilities available to you. I believe in you. I believe in what you'll create as you align with this universal law. And I look forward to witnessing your transformation. Until next time, keep resonating with your highest vision.